Hello, friend. This is Jimmy. I'm back again. Sorry, there was some network issue uh, in my system, so I just really apologize for that. So we're in the middle of chatting, and if you guys, I completely lost that previous session on my system, and I remember Mohsin Abbasi. We were talking about your case before, and if you can just refresh on your case, right? Just write a simple sentence, right? What was your question? I think I was in the middle of that, and then I lost my connection and was not able to read that. And I think I was not able to answer your question completely at that time. I really apologize for that, but you can type it again. I'll be able to answer that. So, again, we were going through some of those updates. So, I was talking about the Ontario Regional Pilot Program. They have started their pilot program yesterday, and they'll be taking 150 applications this time. And if you have a full time job offer from those three communities, one is in the Shetton Ken uh, community of Cornwall. And the third community they are taking application is Quinte West and the Belleville. So if you are having a job offer from any of these communities and your employees is ready to hire you, give you job offer, you are able to apply for this. This is a very easy uh, application, very simple application. And if you have everything ready and your IELTS score is ready, so you can simply apply for this, and the processing of this one will be really quick. I think maximum 6 to 7 months it'll go through, and after that you will receive your PR with this program. Again, they will be asking for all your documents, and then whether they accept it. If your employer is ready, and they must have to send one of the email to the local community, and from there they'll go. Mohsin, yes, you applied for a work permit in February, and from Dubai online is still no. Yeah, I just checked that one, and the processing time from Dubai is 42 weeks right now. So this is almost like 10 months. So according to this time frame, you can hear something back from CIC in the month of December or November or December, or maybe starting of 2021. So it all depends upon where your file has been gone through. So then this is the time frame they have given in your case. So you have to wait. Even if you send them some query, some question in the contact us page and ask them about the status, they are not going to update you because you are still uh, fall under their time frame. So that's the only option right now. There is no option. You just need to wait for your case, because the time frame, the processing time frame from Dubai is 42 weeks. This is also because of the current situation right now, because everywhere there is a less staff, more paperwork to process. So that's why it's taking more time. So if you guys have more questions, you can type it now and I'll be able to answer them. Now let's go to the next update. As I was mentioned, I put another video yesterday also about the Canadian economy and the role of those jobs on the LMIA application, work permit application, and stuff like that. So if you look at the month of June, Canada has added another 1 million jobs, a precise 953,000. So those 1 million people have gone back to work now. So the thing is good for the immigration sector, also for LMIA and the work permit applications, because as the political parties were saying, then they should halt this program for some time to give jobs for the Canadians or permanent residents. So this is not the case now. Are people are there and they are getting their jobs back. So any employer who's ready to file and find a temporary foreign worker from outside, they can apply now and will be able to get the paperwork done very quickly. As we have seen those cases in province of Quebec and also in province of Nova Scotia. So and the PEI. So people who are applying for LMIAs, they are being processed on the priority basis now, and the results are coming very quickly. So you guys have any other questions? You guys can type it and I'll be able to answer them. If we go for some other updates, and Alberta has done another express entry draw for their PNP, and the CRS score was 303. The only so I got the same question from Deepak Sawan. My CRS is 341. How about ANIP? ANIP, ANP, they have done their draw last week, and the score was 303. But the conditions they are looking for, they are giving ANP to only those candidates who are currently in the province of Alberta. They are not selecting anybody from outside of the province. So if you fulfilling all other conditions, you have full-time work per full-time job, and whether you are working online or from home or you are working physically at the work location, that doesn't matter, but you have to be in the province of Alberta to be eligible for AINP at this moment. So they have updated their uh, rules and regulations, that what I mentioned in my previous video on the YouTube. And also, if uh, government of Alberta has also sent a requisition letter to the federal government to temporarily halt the LMIA program in the province of Alberta only. I'm not talking about the whole country, just for the province of Alberta. The Premier has sent the application for the LMIA program to be halt, and they're also decreasing the number of AINP certification that they used to give in a year. They used to give around 6,500 or more certification in a year. Now there will be only 4,000 uh, nominations at least for this year and next year. That's what the government has indicated in their letter. So there was another update from province of Alberta, but the only good news was the CRS score went down to 303. And if those people who are here on work permit and they are eligible for express entry, and if you guys are one of them, you should have got the ANP certificate as of now, and you are good to go for your PR in the next step. But if you're in express entry, you will receive an additional 600 points, and from there you go. There was another update that we got last week about the regular express entry draws that the federal skilled worker. A lot of candidates were waiting for those draws. So now the update is that they have started, and there are 3,900 plus invitations were issued last week under ITA, and the CRS score under that has went up to 478 now. So if you are having score of 478 or more, then you are eligible and you should have got your ITA now, and then you have 90 days to submit your complete application. Yeah, below that was pretty obvious, and we were expecting the same way that the score will go up, as now the ILTA centers around the world has been open. There are a lot of people who are coming back in the express entry inventory, mean the number of candidates have been going up. So there was a little update from the federal government that the regular express entry draws have been started now. And also The another update was from the Duolingo. Everybody knows of the people who or the student who want to come to study in Canada, and instead of IELTS, because IELTS was stopped for some time, and Duolingo was the another option at that time. Most of the universities and colleges started accepting those candidates with the Duolingo. They are also planning to move their headquarters from United States to Canada, and hopefully they'll be settling up in the city of Toronto. So that was another update. If we look at British Columbia, their tech pilot program draw, British Columbia Tech Pilot also issued 57 invitation in their last draw that took place on July the 7th. So uh, there was another under those 29 in-demand occupations that they have been mentioned under their pilot program. This is a pilot program that has also been extended till 2021 July. So the minimum score required in the BC Tech pilot program was 80 under the Express Entry BC and the Skills Immigration stream. So any candidate who have applied for that and has in living in BC and having a full-time job offer, and they have still 4 months in their job offer to expire or their LMIA to be expired, then they are eligible for this draw. After you got selected under this tech pilot program, then the process is very quick. It takes like 3 to 4 months maximum to get all your paperwork done. So, but again, the thing is, you should have to have a full time job offer and must be under those 29 in demand job occupation categories. Only then you'll be eligible to apply for that. So, if you guys have any other questions for immigration related Canada immigration, so you can type it and I'll be able to answer them. Otherwise, we'll go to uh, other updates. There is another update that is coming from one of the much awaited pilot program that will be starting hopefully by the fall of this year or in the winter. They haven't decided or they haven't given us any time frame, but the government of Canada, the immigration department, has started doing consultation with the municipalities across the country. So this program will be called Municipal Nominee Program. It will be like other provincial nomination programs, the one we have seen like ANP, SINP, BCPNP, Manitoba PNP, or ONP. Some other provinces have it, but the Municipal Nominee Program has been announced since last year when the government was fighting for their election. The Liberals have announced it that they will start this pilot program. Hopefully, this will be for another 3 years, and mostly the pilot programs that we have seen so far, they have 2,500 or 2,700 applications a year category like that. But for this municipality nomination program, they haven't given us any information yet. The only thing they have told that they have started selecting the municipalities as of now. What will be the criteria to selecting the municipalities? How much will be the population there should be? So they haven't gone. I think it will be between the range of 10,000 to 100,000. Any cities or municipalities between this range of population, they will be getting their own selections done through, like the provinces now they are giving their own nomination program. The now the municipalities will also be able to give their own uh, nomination program. So as long as I will be getting some more detail about it, I'll share it with you guys through our YouTube channel. So make sure you guys subscribe and uh, have click the bell icon so you guys get the more detailed information about any of the updates we're getting from the government. So there was there was another update. So they are started the consultation with the municipalities, and we're hoping that maybe another 2 to 3 months we'll see some action on this program, and at least like 2 to 3 thousand applications per year, for even if not more than that, at least for 3 to 4 years there'll be more options for you guys. What about AIPP? Yeah, that program has also been extended. Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program. If you have a job offer from any employer, the only beauty of that program is you do not require to have an LMIA approved. If your employer is registered with the provincial government, then they can give you a job offer, and it's a straight work permit application. RK will they process paper application which were lodged in March and February. Yes, all the application, whether there was a paper application or an online application, they are still accepting, because we did our consultancy, we did send some paper applications before March and after March also. We did send some online application and we got the answers as of now. So there were some of them were for work permit and some for extensions, and all of them have been gone through. Even the LMI applications are being done now. But now, right now, they are only processing the application which they deem that those are in the essential category. Other applications were not being denied, but they are being put on hold. If the business was closed for 2 months, they are asking the employers to redo the advertisement part of the LMI application and try to find some local people before they'll be able to find some categories or the foreign workers from outside the country. That's the only the only change. Mr. Ravi, sir, if I get a LMI in Manitoba or Alberta, I'll get PNP in 6 months, or will be in close permit till 2 years. Yes, if you are on LMIA, definitely you are on close work permit till 2 years, whether you got your PNP or no. But again, for to be eligible for PNP, you have to. There are some other conditions, right? Like in Alberta, the condition for PNP is you have to have a certain number of work experience, like certain months, and if you have does not have your previous work experience that match with your profile, then you simply has to work for 2 years, right? So there is no other option. Same in Manitoba, it's a little bit easier, not like that one in Alberta. But again, for PNPs, you have to go through certain condition like your your IELTS score, your age, your qualification. All those things matter, especially in Manitoba. In Alberta, they more go with your previous experience and stuff like that. Yeah, you have 2 year work experience, but I don't know the detail about your LMIA or which like PNP application you are sending under which category, because some of those categories they are not eligible to apply for PNP in Alberta. There is a big list of categories. Under those categories, they are not even eligible to apply for PNP, whether you are here for on a LMIA for 2 year close work permit, or you have like 2 or 5 or 10 year of previous work experience. Some of those categories are not. So make sure when you send your application, you read all those in detail. So do you fall on those categories? They are ineligible, or you are in the categories they are eligible. Yes, if you are in eligible categories, then it'll be really easy for you in Alberta. So if you guys have any other question, you can type it. Uh, I have completed my 12th in 2018. Can I apply for Canada? Yes. Why not? You can apply for. I think you're asking for study permit. Yes, you are eligible to apply for study permit. Again, it all depends upon which course, which college. If you fulfill all of their requirements, and your IELTS score is good, and your academic score in 12th was good, so you are eligible to apply anytime now. At this moment, most of the universities and colleges are doing online studies. So make sure when you are applying, you check with them. Because of the travel restriction, you cannot travel to Canada as of now. So you have to do your preliminary studies at least 6 months to a year, maybe in your own country. And after that, you are when the travel restriction will be open, students are all welcome to come here in Canada. So if you guys have any other question, you can type it now. Yeah, there was another application, another update from the CAC or IRCC, that the temporary visa application must be submitted online. So if you guys are submitting any of your temporary resident visa application, those temporary resident visa application means your work permit application, your study permit, and your visitor visa application. Unless and until there is a disability with the candidate and they cannot operate a computer, you guys are not allowed to send any more paper application in any of the embassies. I think it's till September, end of the September of this year, 2020. So that's what you have to do. Only online applications will be accepted starting in July 1st till September. But if you have sent your application previously with the paper based application, that's not a problem. They are still being processed. Yeah. Anmol, I have 61% 12th commerce stream and 2 year gap. I sit in my father. Yeah, that's not any problem, Anmol, as long as you can justify that in your letter of purpose, like what you are coming here for, how that thing was previously related to your studies, what kind of diploma degree you are going to do here in Canada. So your most of your application are being denied on the basis of letter of purpose when you're not able to connect with your previous experience to the new one, new study. So why you want to come, what are your financial circumstances, and all those things. So uh, I have done application for study visas for the candidates who are in their 40s and they have a gap of more than 15 years successfully we have gone through. But again, like you are coming after 12th, you can come for a postgrad diploma or come for a 3 or 4 years degree, associate degree. So that will be a suitable course for you, right? So if you have done your 12th in commerce, I suggest you go for the business or commerce or accounting or those kind of diplomas. You cannot simply go from commerce to pharmacy or dental technician and all those things. These things, right? You have to take all those things into consideration when you applying for a course. So other than that, there should not be any problem with the gap. Yeah. Ravi, Mr. Ravi, can I study at 41, finish 12th in 2019? Was chance? Yes, you can do it, but again, right? What you have done in your life after you have done your 10th, I believe so. Before that, so what you have done, what was your work experience before? So so if you can simply put that one in your application and explain it to the visa officer, right? Why you want to come to Canada now? What are your ties to your country where you are a citizen? Yes, say again. So you have done business garments before. So if you want to come for a diploma or a 3 year degree with the business or marketing and all those things, that will make a sense. But again, you have to have IELTS academics with 6 bands in each, like reading, writing, speaking, listening, 6 or more in each. with IELTS academics, then there will be a chance. Yeah. What would be the next draw program or CEC? They have started their all program draws now, so we are hoping that it will be the all program draw now. CEC draws are were rare before, so now as they have done like numerous and numerous CEC draws, score was around 430. So we are not expecting that they will be doing any more CEC draws. Even the inventory for the candidates were going very less. So you will see all program draws pretty soon. The one that just happened this week, and hopefully they'll be doing back-to-back draws next week to bring the score down. But if they are waiting like for 2 weeks like they used to do it before, the score will remain in like 470, 460 categories or above. Mr. Ravi, is this your academic score, or this is a general IELTS? Because I was talking about IELTS in academics if you want to study. Yeah. But age is not any problem for study, because I have seen cases, we have done cases with the more age than yours, and I have seen other with other consultant, our friends, lawyers, right? So they have done all those cases successfully. I went through. Yeah. So I was mentioning like all your temporary visa application must be submitted online from July 1st till September end of this year. Uh, Again, in starting of this month, Manitoba provincial nomination, they have opened 25 immigration candidate their PNP invitations. So that was another update from Manitoba that I did put it in one of my videos last week, so you guys can get the detail. That was a 93rd Manitoba PNP draw that took place on July the 2nd, and there almost every province is opening up now. BC, Manitoba, Alberta, Ontario. These are the these are four provinces. They are doing their draws on a regular basis. They have never stopped. PEI has stopped before. They are doing their draws after every 2 months. SINP has done only one draw after the month of March of 2020. So we are waiting for one of, maybe they are bringing one of the biggest draw, but SINP is also famous for changing their in-demand occupation list every year. So there is also a possibility that they will soon, there will be news coming from Saskatchewan that they are changing their in-demand occupation list. So that could be another scenario. Let's go to the next question from Mr. Radhe Patel. Processing time for LMI for restaurant manager. How we gonna know that he had applied, or that depends upon you or your employer? In this one, I cannot say if you want to trust. If you are, this immigration field is only on the basis of trust. If your employer saying to you that he has applied, then it means he has applied. But I cannot say processing time for restaurant manager at this time. It depends upon which province, but roughly like 6 to 8 months, because we have a lot of inventory of unemployed people. They are Canadian citizen and Canadian PR. And again, if you are in one of those categories and your skills are very unique, like you are a specialty restaurant manager, like those things can be taken on the specific case by case basis. But of a general restaurant manager, it will be like 6 to 8 months at least. Martin Oppo, I've done BSc Forestry and 3 year experience in environment, forest, and agriculture work. Is there any possibility to apply for a work visa before I was rejected for master's degree in Canada? With your master's degree rejection, that won't affect any of your cases. But again, the forest and agriculture work, these all those things come under the government, the provincial government and the federal government. So to getting a work permit in this one, it will be like close to none, right? Maybe 0.0001%, if they really need somebody from outside the country. Other than that, I will suggest you put more focus on your IELTS and apply for express entry profile, and let's see what your score will be over there with your IELTS score. But getting work permit in forestry and agriculture work, it will be really hard, or I can say it will be close to nothing, right? There are no chance because they are all come under the government, and government departments do not process LMIAs or work, but they do. Sometimes they do it for the diplomatic purposes, like if they need somebody for short term duration, and those skills are very rare in Canada, then they are going to find somebody from overseas. And those work permits are only for short duration, like 60 days, 120 days, but they are not like the regular work permits. So again, I suggest you guys work more on your IELTS and give IELTS general and apply for express entry. Yeah. Kevin, so I'm a dentist, 1 year experience. What all course can I opt? If you are a dentist, you cannot come for a dental assistant program. Do not do that mistake if you want to come here for a study permit. I suggest you can take some courses that are equivalent to your dentistry. I don't know if you have any experience. So there are some universities I know in Ontario and in BC. They have the equivalency program where you can come for study, and after study you will also be able to give the exams, and then you will be certified dentist here in Canada. And from there, these courses are ranging from, I think, 2 to 3 years that will take for you to become a dentist here in Canada and get all your certifications done. But after that, you can practice your uh, dentistry here in Canada in any province, wherever province you want to settle down. You simply apply for their medical association and they will give you the certificate, and then you will be able to practice your dentistry over there. But for you, I believe you should check with the number one is Ontario, number two is British Columbia, and number three, that the one that is really looking for medical professional is Nova Scotia. I forgot to mention you that before, but Nova Scotia is the one you should also try. If you have a good IELTS score, Kevin, I suggest you can also go on the Nova Scotia Health Authority application website and see if they have an opening for you. They do hire sometime international graduates in medical field, and then they will check your credentials, and from there you'll be able to go through. You might be the lucky one who will be able to get a direct PR from Nova Scotia. Apply first in Nova Scotia. Yeah. If you want help from our consultancy, we can send your application and we'll see if we can get some response from there. And if we get it, and it'll be like 6 to 8 months processing time for your permanent residence application. The only better thing in that will be if you come as a PR here first and then start studying, it will be a regular fees for you. But if you come as an international, it'll be like 3 times the fees the Canadians are paying, and you will be paying 3 times more the fees. So that will be an economical way for you to come and start your career here. Thanks, Martin. Radhe Patel, how much you charge for a our fees for LMIA, sir, is only $2,000 and plus the government fees. We charge for processing fees only. Yeah. If anybody has any other question, you can type it and we'll go over your question and try to give you the honest feedback, whatever I know. So we're talking about some other updates. Uh, yes, I've seen a couple of post-grad work permit applications. They are being getting refused, and the students are being allowed to. They have been sent the letters to get deported from Canada because they started working before even they have sent their application for the post-grad work permit. So I'm going to make another video on that one in detail, like what are the options, what are the certain technicalities when you are applying for your post grad work permits. So be sure, if you are coming here on a student visa or you are here on a student visa, make sure you check that one thoroughly before you start working after you finish your studies. So that there are some technicalities which student most of the time don't know. They know that once they have done their courses, they are good to go for full time work permit. But it's not the case like that. The cases which I will mention over there, they have been just been denied because of their certain negligence. They haven't applied online or sent any paper application before they start working. It was only for few days, but they were asked to leave the country. Now, let's take the next question. Edward, hello, sir. I have received ITA, but police certificates are unavailable in my home country because of COVID. Yes, it's everywhere. It's not only you, it's for every candidate at this moment. Should I submit my expired one now and replace it with a new one late? Yes, there you can do. Even this has been clearly written on CAC also. If there is any problem because of COVID, you can send your incomplete application at this time, and they are accepting all those one, and they will give you some additional time to get that done. So thank you, Ravi. Not a problem. So I was talking about the post-grad work permit and refusals on that one, and some of the candidates have been deported because they did not wait to send their application, post-grad work permit application, and they started working right away when they finish their study with the university, and they got their degree and the letter from the university that they have been passed out from the university. They have completed their course, but they did not simply apply for the post-grad work permit. And when the interview was done with the visa officer, and the candidate said, yes, I start working on this and this date, and on that basis visa officer rejected his file and deported him. So there are certain technicalities when you are going through all those details. So make sure you do take into consideration. If you don't know much about that, then you must go through some of the consultant fees, consultants, and so they definitely charge you consultation fees, but they will give you the right advice, so you do not lose your career. The reason why you come here, and you should simply be here just for one simple thing, because you were not able to send your application a week before, you got denied your postgrad work permit and being deported. So spousal PR processing time is roughly 1 year. If you want, rather you can send me a detail in my email, because every case is different. I just need some more question about that. Then I'll be able to answer you that question. So I have given my email ID on the top. So send me that one. So if anybody else has any other questions, please type it now so we can go over your question and try to answer that. Again, the next one I was talking before about the municipal nominee program update. So there is an update from Immigration Department that they have started doing the consultation with the municipalities across the country, and they are going to decide and finding a criteria how they will select the municipality and which municipalities are eligible to apply for the municipal nominee program. So as I am looking at this moment, I have seen the number of applications under the municipal nominee program. They have said it will be around 5,000 plus per year. So this is a good news. Mostly the pilot programs we have seen the number of application they take it 2,700 or 2,500, but this time they are going to double it and hoping this will be another a 3 year pilot program, not like 1 or 2 years. That's what they're doing in certain categories, but this one will be a fairly stable and a 3 year program. And we're also hoping in this categories like that the job offer category should not be there, because it'll be really hard for the uh, candidates who are outside Canada to find a job offer, and then they lose the opportunity. That's what has been written in that update. I just got it. I was just reading that whole detail newsletter from them. So, yeah. Javed, Javad, I think I pronounce it correctly. If not, I'm sorry. Good day. I'm about 37 and I have a master's degree in data west. I'm trying to get a good score in Altis. What is my other way other than express entry? Java, it all depends upon your details, right? What category you are. If you are in IT, then you have provincial nomination programs also, even with the less IELTS score and around 350 plus. If your score is 350 plus, you are still eligible and you can get uh, the PNP. If you are in a medical field, yes, you need a good IELTS CLB level 8 plus to get that one. Other than that, you have an option for study permit, or you have an option for work permit through an approved LMIA. You also have an option for owner operator LMIA, where you can start your own business here in Canada with the investment. And those are the few options. And there are some investment categories also. So yeah, you can go ahead with all those options, but I don't know much. Yeah, you said food technology, more than 8 year of experience. Sorry, I didn't read that. Yeah, food technology. I have seen it twice. Once in Saskatchewan under the SANP program, and but again their score was 77 last time when they did the draw. So you for to be reached at 77 plus points, you need a good IELTS score. I suggest if you want to go into the restaurant business, uh, that will be another option for you under owner operator LMIA program, and or the investment category. BC has a good investment category, so you can go through that one also. Radhe Patel, my husband is here and working in Canada. Can I apply for my PR without including him in the application in order to get the target? It's can apply for him later when I got my PR. This is a very, this, I don't know why. Uh, Mostly the candidates from our country, like from India, Pakistan, they're always trying to do this one. They don't want to show their husband or their spouse or their wives. But again, there are certain limitations. If you don't show them right now, you cannot bring them here and appear. But when your husband is here, he can apply for you as for an open work permit for you from whichever country you are. You can apply from Canada for your open work permit application. You can come here, and then you are having more chances for getting PR and getting the target score, because you will be working here. You'll get some additional points for your work experience within Canada. But if you want to do not want to include them in your application, then in certain condition you are ineligible to bring your spouse here, or you cannot apply for their PR for whole of your life. So there are certain criteria. I don't know why and who give these kind of consultate or the things they tell them, who tell the candidates about these one. Do not include your uh, husband, spouse, your wife, your children. I don't know why these things, but these things get very tricky at the end when you're here. You are a PR and you are not able to bring your family back, because laws in the immigration, there are certain laws which some of the consultants and the ones they are not even authorized to do these kind of paperwork, they do not even know those laws. So when they give you, oh, to increase your score, you show yourself as a single. I do not understand why these guys are telling these things, but this thing is totally wrong. Do not do this. You will simply uh, uh, get out the chances for getting a PR for your family, your spouse later on. So I do not suggest any of this. Yeah. Abhishek, how much CRS score required for munici- municipality municipal domination program, and apply how much IELTS band required for eligible? Uh, Abhishek, a municipal nomination program still in the consultation phase. They have given a little bit hint that it might start in fall or in the winter of this year, but they're still in the process of doing consultation with the municipalities. As of now, I cannot tell you anything, but rule of thumb is six bands in each. In general IELTS, the more the better. And other things, what are the other federal requirements? Because all these programs are nomination program. You will get a nomination, get additional 600 points, but after that you have to go through the federal criteria. So make sure you know all the federal criteria and you fall under all of them, like minimum six band for CRS and CRS score. I don't want to talk about CRS score, but when you get 600, even if you have 50 points in CRS, you get 650 and you will be eligible for those to get a nomination. But as of now, for your IELTS, minimum six or more in each. If you are a married, you need to have your spouse. Make sure they also do IELTS at the same time. Then it'll be really easy for you guys. Thanks, Edward. Not a problem. Abhishek Mehrotra. I'm Abhishek from India, 41, done bachelor's in 2000 in different bank, now doing business in hardware food. What are the ways to come to Canada? First of all, you can go through simply, the simple way is express entry. I know after age of 40, the CRS score, you won't be able to score as much as the guy with 28 years or 29 year will be able to score more points than you. Yeah, even though you have a lot of experience, or 3 year plus experience will be the same. You have an option for a work permit. If not that one, there are the investment categories, there's the owner operator category. So there are different criteria, different options are available for you to come to Canada. You can also come on study basis. Owner operator LMI is simple one, not much of investment. You do not even need IELTS at the beginning to apply for your LMI and work permit. So these are the few categories which you can go through. Yeah. How much investment required for LMI and how long it'll take to get it done? Just wanted to let all of you guys know, LMI, owner operator LMI is the category which you cannot apply from outside of Canada. Have to be here in Canada on a legal status, whether it's a study permit, whether you are on a work permit, you're on regular LMIA, whatever your status, it should be legal. Then only you will be able to apply for owner operator LMI. As this is a federal program, you can start your business anywhere in Canada. Not a problem. It is acceptable any city, any province in Canada. Investment wise, there is no particular investment criteria that has been set by the federal government in this program. The only condition is the when you buy business. The simple example I can tell you, if you are buying looking for a 50,000, 60,000, $70,000 business, uh, they will be giving you 100, maybe $1,000, $2,000 after you pay everything after each month, right? So the better, the more investment you will do, you will able to find a better business opportunity. As of I have seen, like I have my own 3 to 4 businesses here in Canada, other than the immigration consultancy firm. I have retail stores, wholesale business, right? So I know the level of investment, then what will be the return on investment, that kind of thing. So the more you will be investing, the better it will be for you to find a good, suitable business in your category. Other than that, you can start business with a zero investment. Even then I can get your owner operator LMA done. But again, what is the idea for the business? What business you want to start at? We have started some business in IT where the guy is a programmer. So he just need a simple office, 2 desks, couple of computers, and some of the software, right? So that there you go. But if you are coming into retail or into the restaurant business, quarter a million, 500,000 is not even much investment in that category. So it all depends upon which category of business you want to go to, which kind of business you want to buy it. I wish it is not possible to do it from US. You have to be in Canada. Only then you will be able to apply. Other than no. Anmol, I have read it like 2 or 3 days ago. The IELTS centers and IELTS papers are being taken in Punjab also. I don't know the date. I think it's from 16th July or 17th of July. One of these days, they are going to start taking IELTS in Punjab, and they are available in Amritsar, Ludhiana, Jalandhar. I know for these 3 cities, I know. Even in Chandigarh, yes. So you need to do your research again. Yeah. Abhishek Mehrotra, owner operator fees is all different, depends on the business, what kind of help you needed from us, and what kind of company structure. You can send me a detailed email on my email given above, then I'll reply back to you for that one. Uh, if there is any other question, you guys have a general question regarding your immigration inquiry, I will be able to answer. I have a few more minutes, so I'll be able to answer them. Otherwise, we will try to meet somewhere sometime next week. Yes, and Mol, I'm from Hoshiarpur. Yes. Abhishek, there is no need for IELTS for owner operator. Yeah. So I put my email and phone number again. So in case you want a one-on-one consultation, you can call me from Monday to Friday between 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alberta time. So I will be able to answer you quick questions over there. And if you want a consultation, we do charge $100 an hour consultation fees, and from there we can go. We can set up a time according to your convenience, and we'll go from there and answer all of your questions. You will have it, and we can do it on one-on-one consultation also. Any update on the refugee program for frontline healthcare worker? Yes, Asong, there is a update from province of Quebec. If you are working in you are asylum seeker and working in the healthcare worker program, and you are working in the province of Quebec, they are ready to give those healthcare essential workers the permanent residence as soon as they can. Uh, as of now, I think they hopefully by in the month of August they will be starting this program. And you guys simply, if you are working with your lawyers here or a consultant who's taking care of your case, just ask them to give you all the updates, and from there you can go from there. Yeah, even I heard that Ontario is also coming with a similar program, but they haven't updated anything yet. But Quebec has already updated. Anybody in the province of anybody in the province of Quebec, and they are working in the healthcare work field, and they are good to go for their permanent residence, whether they are on asylum seeker or they are on a temporary foreign worker program. But the asylum seekers are giving more priority in Quebec as of now. As of now, it's Walia 87. Is there any possibility CRS to fall down? Uh, for few draws, it won't be. Maybe it come down to 470, maximum by 465. I don't believe they'll go uh, below that, because the ILTA centers are open, candidates are coming back again, and PNPs are also there. So candidates who's getting 600 plus points in the PNP plus another 2 to 300 points. So that will make the minimum score very high, until and unless government will do certain back-to-back draws to bring the score down. If they will be able to do like 4 or 5 draws in this month, then definitely it'll go close to 450. But without that, 460, 465 maximum, if we'll be lucky. Arun Kumar Dua, minimum Canadian in entrepreneur business, but which which province? Every province has a different. Arun, if you look from BC, 200,000 and 600,000 investment and net worth respectively. Alberta has nothing like that. Manitoba 150 and 500,000. Ontario, they have recently reduced some amount, but again, right, 500 to 600,000 to $1 million. Quebec is also million plus. So it all depends upon. There are a lot of provinces, and they have all their criteria is all different. Is parent sponsorship opening? Don't think so this year. I don't think so. They are opening the parent sponsorship, and it is a very bad news for all of us who are still waiting for our parents to bring them back here and reunite with the family. But this year they did not open, and there is no hope as of now, that because if they will open now, they have to give everybody a fair amount of time to make to present their cases and all that stuff. That will take another 2 to 3 months. Then there will be a day like what they did last year. They just did give us a day and open the category for 10 minutes and they close it. So if we take into consideration all those time period, that will be out of this year. So the chances are very low. But if they will be doing something, then I will update it on my YouTube channel also. Walia 87, my CRS is 473. Walia, I hope the next draw will be good for you. So hoping that 473 from 478 won't be a very big uh, like a reverse jump, what I can say. So I think in 1 or 2 draws you will definitely get your ITA, not a problem. Naresh Rana, could you please suggest a recruitment agency work permit in accounting? I do not work with any recruitment agency, sir, so I cannot name anything. Uh, you have to go online because I do not. Because some of the recruitment agency we worked with before, there was some uh, bad results from them, so we are not affiliated with any of them. Yeah. Song. So frontline healthcare worker in Alberta don't qualify refugee peer program. No, this update was only from the province of Quebec. Alberta hasn't done anything in this field right now. Alberta haven't updated anything for refugees in the peer program. So this is only for the province of Quebec as of now. They might change it, but as of now, Alberta is not in that program. Abhishek, can I come to Canada on visit visa, apply for owner operator? Yes, that's the only way you can apply for owner operator. You cannot apply from outside. You have to be here in Canada on a visit visa or any other legal status. Thanks, Wali87, not a problem. 67, Prakash. I have visitor visa. Can I enter Canada now? Any specific guidelines for entry? Yeah, if you have somebody who's a Canadian PR or a Canadian citizen, and there is your close family, like your spouse, your kids, or your parents, only then you are able to allow to enter Canada. Otherwise, you cannot. Thank you, Neetu. Not a problem. Just make sure you guys need more information. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Over there I daily updates. I daily update and put some new videos out there, whatever the new information comes out, and you can get the latest information from there. With anything related to Canadian immigration, I always update that one regularly. If you guys have any other questions, it, otherwise we'll wrap it up now, and I'll be back next week, either Saturday or Sunday. Cannot promise you the time and date because mostly I was busy with my other businesses. So hope you guys understand. Thank you, Ajay. Abhishek, do you do visit visa? And yes, we do visit visa. Just send me a email on that. How many family members and other things? I'll send you a retainer agreement where we have all the fees and our terms and condition, and we can go from there. Visitor visa cannot enter as tourist. Sir, visitor visa can enter as a tourist, but at this moment, non-essential travel has been banned. They do not allow anybody to come into Canada as a tourist until and unless you are coming to meet your Canadian permanent resident or a Canadian citizen close family member. In the close family member, it's your kids, your spouse, or your parents. Only these three categories. If you do not fall under any of these categories, none of the airline will allow you even start your journey from your country. Forget about here in Canada, they won't even allow you to enter the plane in your own country. So these are the condition as of now. So the borders are strictly closed. So Canada is not allowing anybody to enter Canada until they are essential workers coming on a work permit. Or when will it be lifted, non-essential travel? I do not hope that it'll be another couple of months as of now, because we are still close with the United States till August. So it'll be same for other countries as of now. Because from, let's say, from India, if we look at the conditions in India, India is the third most top country in the number of COVID at this moment. So they won't allow somebody to travel from there to here at this moment. Same with the US, because US is number one. From Russia, Brazil, these are the few foreign countries. They are strictly been held all of the travelers from there. Even even you look for some of those close relatives, they only the close relatives are coming. If you are having the students, who are getting their study visa after March 18th, even they are not allowed to travel to Canada. Only before March 18th, before the travel restriction were put it in, only those candidates were allowed to come in. Other than that, nobody is allowed until you have a diplomatic passport and you can visit on that one. No. At this moment, you cannot visit Canada. That's what I even explained from last few minutes. At this moment, you are not able to, whether you want to come here for investment or buying a company, whatever your things are, you are not allowed to enter. Yeah. Any other question if you guys have it? So otherwise, we'll wrap it up now and we'll try to come back next week. Our PNP nomination for Alberta is in process. Is it going to be affected? Uh, if you have already sent your application, it's not going to be affected. But the number of, as I mentioned before, they are going to reduce the number of application or the number of PNP certification from 6,500 to 4,000 a year. It might get delayed a little bit, but it's not going to be like closed for permanently. So that's the only update we have it because they are reducing the number for PNPs. Yukon, what will be the sir? As I mentioned before, I think you did not get my point before that uh, it depends upon the business what you are buying. It does not depend upon the cost. Like owner operator, I would just to understand the one thing in owner operator that it is not there is no federal requirement for a minimum investment. But again, if you buying a very low cost business, what will be you expecting out of it? You are just getting the business for PR basis. If you just want to get a PR and you want to lose all your money, I always suggest my clients if they're coming here to buy a business, if buy a business that will give you something, you have to run that business even if you want for PR at least couple years. So how you will support yourself or how what where will be your operating money will be coming from if you have a deep pockets. Yeah, that's true, but uh, if not, then it won't be a good business idea for you. So Yukon, yes, Yukon is cheaper, but the options over there are very limited. That place is always under the snow and all that stuff. Yeah, there are businesses there. If you are good to live in that kind of weather, like -40, -50 all the time, and you're good with the snowmobiling, your restaurant and the winter games and all those stuff, those kind of businesses, they will be very profitable in Yukon. But if you are not a person who can acclimatize over there in those kind of weather, then it'll be really hard for you to start and even go further in your business over there. Okay, any other questions? If you guys have it, you can type it. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. You can also watch this session online, and or if you have another question, you guys can send me an email on my email ID given above, or if you want to talk to me personally, we can go over Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Alberta time, anytime, or if you want a personal consultation one on one, and then we can go. I charge $100 an hour for consultation fees, and we'll go from there. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Walia. Uh, Mr. Prakash, I given my number, my email, my phone number. I think 2, 3 times in the chat. You can get that one, and from there we'll go about that. How about Alberta for investment? Again, Alberta does not have any investment program as of now. It used to be the farming program, but as of now, there is nothing. But owner operator LMI is always there, whether you want it in Alberta or you want it in province of Ontario, you want to go to Nova Scotia, Yukon, anywhere. Owner operator is a federal program. It's available all over the country. So Alberta is also under owner operator, but a regular investment or entrepreneur program, there is nothing like that for Alberta at this moment. Government has stopped it a couple years ago. Any other question? If not, then I would like to thank all of you who join us today. And I'm really sorry, my network, there was some network trouble this in the starting of the video. And I had to disconnect that time and come back. So I'll be back next weekend sometime, either Saturday evening or Sunday morning, and we'll chat at that time. Wish you guys good luck and stay safe wherever you are. Do follow the instruction for your healthcare providers, whichever country, whichever region you are, and we'll see you again. Thank you and have a good day.